What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 23 of my Total War Warhammer 3 modded Malekith and Naggarond Inc. campaign. Are you jealous of your neighbor's possessions? Have you considered murder? With Naggarond Inc.'s world-famous specialists guiding your hand, your strikes will fall as surely as the misery of our employees. Call now. Our murder specialists are standing by. Anyway, as we saw last time, some hiccups with the graphical changes as the cursor was not in the right place, but, well, I'll get into that in a second. But more importantly, Malekith had himself a lovely little battle against Tyrion and Teclis and destroyed them in the field, though it did cost him one of his units of Dread Spears and one of his units of Dark Shards. A decent trade, I think, for the Destroyer, as Malekith would be willing to sacrifice so many to get something that he wants. In fact, he'd probably be willing to sacrifice them all, as he doesn't like the Dark Elves as much as you would think, as they're somewhat corrupted. I was talking about this in the comments of another episode. But anyway, in terms of what we got to do this time, we are preparing for war. Tyrion is hanging around out here, though his army is looking just as basic as Malekith's was, which we've been toting around while we wait until the Blackguard of Naggarond are ready. More importantly, Alariel and Rama, with the Sword of Cain in tow, have arrived up north, which means that's where we're headed. I don't know whether we can reach them in time with Malekith, but honestly, if another one of our lords manages to steal the Sword of Cain, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to force that lord to lose and then a Malekith to immediately take it, because who but Malekith should hold the Sword of Cain? Okay, maybe Malice could hold the Sword of Cain and Talaris Dreadbreak. Okay, from a loreful perspective, all of those are kind of viable, as Malice is the Scourge of Cain, and Talaris is the Herald of Cain, and Malekith is, well, debatable, depending on which aspect of the temple you support and whether you're a true believer or not. But anyway, I digress. First of all, the graphics. I've reverted back to what we had previously, so everything should look exactly the same as it was before, or at the very least, the graphics should. I have, however, noticed that a lot of people seem to like the less cluttered UI, or not cluttered, but the smaller UI of last time, so I did just reduce the size of the UI, but everything else is normal. Otherwise, I feel like I'm going to try to go back to the upscaled, downscaled version that I did last episode, but I couldn't figure out how to unscrew the cursor there. I know that there is a way to do it, but I'm not entirely sure how it is, and I figured I'd rather record a new episode rather than waste the hour that I have after work to screw around with that. Anyway, I digress. You guys let me know how things are for the UI, but the graphics should look like they used to, because they are the same as they used to be, as I haven't changed encoders. Anyway, let's see what we have to do this turn. I don't think that there is much. Ooh, I do like that we can see a lot more stuff on the side here with the smaller UI. Okay, and that was much easier to figure out who still needs to move. Sharky, oh, Sharky, you have your name of power, don't you? Yes. Not martial name of power, but revered name of power. The others are kind of trash. Let's see what you have here. The Tempest of Talons. Huh. Cold One Knights, Cold One Dread Knights, and Cold One Chariot upkeep. That's kind of interesting. And Shadow Dart. Oh, the Shades plus 35 one. The 35% range increase for Shades is ridiculous. It's one of the strongest ones. Damn. So this is tempting for a number of reasons. The Tempest I'm tempted by, not because it's particularly good, but because Sharky was following Malice around, and thus it would be good for her to continue following him around and using lots more cav, as obviously he's our cavalry commander and we'll have more cav. On the other hand, can we give up Shadow Dart? There's no guarantee that we'll get Shadow Dart again, and plus 35% range for Shades is just insane. It's absolutely insane. Damn. And the fear for the Shades ain't bad as well. Ah, man. But I wanted her to be Malice's follower lord, but Oh, that's such a hard decision. What if we don't... Well, I mean, I guess we could get either one again at some point, and it's not like Malice will have this in a while. Let's go for Shadow Dart for now, and we'll see. It's so tempting, but yeah, pick up their leader, Sharky. I guess we're gonna be keeping you. We can't let Shadow Dart go. What kind of sorceress are you, by the way? You're a dark sorceress. I would have actually preferred Shadow for the shades, but you know, and dark will work for our purposes as well. And Malice. Oh right, you're still in the siege of the Silver Tower of Sorcerers, which we should frankly probably attack, but we will do so in a second. There's other things I want to do. First of all, since these two have landed on our shores and we have no army nearby to defend against them, here's what we'll do. Black Forests, we're going to delete the road building here, and then here we're going to delete the artisan building. They can't attack both. They will probably attack one, because they clearly purposely didn't move to the Twisted Glade, which means maybe we can build up, using slaves, a wall in one of the places. Then, here's what we'll do. Let's get the Knights of the Ebon Claw in here. Alright, they should add quite a little bit of defensive capabilities, and on top of that, we are going to transfer them to this army once Malice's army is ready to go, so they're quite close to where they need to be. Presuming that they survive, though, I don't know. Then we're going to start recruiting, and the reason that you want to start recruiting is, and I have no way to prove this, this is just kind of a superstition on my side, but I feel like when you do recruitment in settlements, it sort of forces the AI to attack you more. I could be wrong about that, but in my experience, whenever I've tried to start recruiting units in a settlement, the AI seems to have tried to target said settlement more, so I'm gonna do that. I don't think this place will survive against both of these, unfortunately, but, you know, that's fine. That's fine. As long as it's distracted and as long as they're badly hurt, and frankly not losing the Sword of Cain would be just so well. Then what we're gonna want to do is we're gonna pop the... I guess sacrifices for Cain for an increase of 5 melee attack. The other option would be to go read Dark Portents for speed, or, oh, demand highborn hostages rather will reduce their speed. What if they can't reach one of these by virtue of it? Yeah, okay, fine, we're gonna keep it as it is then. It's probably better to do so. The 5 melee attack won't make much of a difference. Also, ooh, Crack the Whips is about to go down. You know what? Let's crack the whips again immediately. Everybody loves cracking whips. Yes, let's do this. Sacrifice. We need that 25 movement range. It's nothing crazy, but since we're trying to book it up here, this is pretty necessary, even at the cost of the Witch King's authority. Then we're going to build buildings. And we're going to start with that before attacking, I think, because if we have room, I'd love to get Hellebrand, her Sisters of the Singing Doom, and Blades of the Blood Queen as well. So let's see if we have money remaining for it. Petrified Forest will ignore you for now. Oh, 10 turns until Ancient City of Quintex can be maxed out. Well, that's just fantastic, but for now we'll ignore it. Harganeth, the Black Pillar. We need another road in here. Oh, well, actually, no. We'll need the slave sums first and the roads second here. Harganeth itself otherwise is fine. Yeah, we'll probably build that Tower of Rituals there, but not for now. We're going to pop the, I think, Slave Drive here in Blacklight Tower, and then start building it up, and then we'll still have it remaining for the other stuff that will need to be upgraded. Obsidian Peaks, yes to Storag Core, yes to the Slave Slums, and more Slave Slums. Beautiful. And then Storag Core, I guess you can also have yourself a road. This is definitely going to be a money-making province. And I'm sure Naggarond Vacations will love it, especially because that's where the Hydras are from. We are also going to... Ooh, Slave District is expensive here at the Golden Ziggurat. Damn. Maybe we hold off on it. Might not be super necessary. Chamber of Visions, I guess you also need to build the Alchemy Workshop. It is reduction in upkeep for Witch Elves, after all. And then lastly, the Sentinels of Jati. What do we build here? I mean, technically it should probably be a slave slum. So that's what we're gonna do. Alrighty, what's up next? Alright, we also gotta remember to build the execution blocks and stuff pretty much everywhere. Just to get the auction blocks, which gives us 100 slaves per turn. And yeah, the Dark Plaza's fine because of the casualties captured. I actually don't know what would be better. Slaves used by buildings all regions and province minus 25%. Oh. Huh. You know what? I'm gonna have to do some math as to what is actually better. Oh, they both do casualties captured post-wide? Post-battle faction-wide. So then the only difference is 100 slaves per turn versus, well, the only significant difference, versus slaves used by buildings minus 25%. Now, assuming that we have a guild hall in every single one, maybe the Dark Plaza is actually better. The recruit rank... the recruit rank bonus would make it better for settlements where you're actually building armies, I guess. I don't know, I'll think about it. I can't do the math right now because I don't feel like it. What do we want to build here? We have the Sorceress's Abode. We probably could use the Altar of Cain, but I think we'll skip it right now. I want to remain with at least some money on the field. Yes, let's build the Tusk Compound at a research rate increase. Always lovely. And Blackrock, you are definitely building that Obsidian Quarry, which does what at the highest level? Hero rank for Sorceresses? I'll take it. I will certainly take it. Let's build the Guild Hall here, and the Cliff of Beasts. Will you need defenses? I mean... probably. They will probably need defenses. Let's build the slave sums for now. The thing is, if Norska remains strong, these places will probably not need the defenses as much. But we'll see. I'm gonna hope not. The enemy could do what Avalorn is doing and bypass us to go there, in theory. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if they did, but, you know, once again, we'll see. Deadwood will go for the slave drive to reduce the construction costs, and we've got to be careful with our slaves right now. 419, pretty bad. Yeah, let's build the slave district here, whatever. Golden Colossus, you're up next. We are maintaining all of this for public order, so I think we'll leave that as it is, but we will build the Sorcerer's Abode because they have to be built everywhere. And this is the desert, and I'm about 99% sure we're going to make this into a military province, and yeah, we're going to build the artisans' halls here, but I'll think about it. It really depends, because of the negative control minus 12, if the torture posts can't counteract it well enough, we'll just say screw it and not collect income from there. Speaking of collecting income, there's probably a few settlements that we can now collect income from, since we've got Malekith's quest bonus. So let's take a look at what we've got going on here. Iron spikes and... exotic animal market, upkeep reduction. Well, we don't have a lot of dragons or hydras or anything like that for now, but we will later. Let's just build the thing at Iron Spike first. And this place is... wow. Okay, well, we can't collect income here yet because the public order here is horrifically bad because of primarily, I want to say, the Slaneshi corruption, but this is only plus 19 with demand highborn hostages and with the plus 25. Damn. Alrighty, so we're not collecting income from there. Plain of Dogs is plus 40, but it barely gives us any money, so it's not worth our time. Isthmus of Lustria, how much money do you collect? 323, yeah, let's just let it get up to max. Oh, let's also upgrade Hexoatl while we're at it. And we can also build the gold mine. Fantastic. Alright, this is probably also going to be a money-making province. What about you? Mine of the Bearded Skulls. Yeah, we're going to definitely make this a military province. And Thrice Cursed Peak, you will probably build up another military building, but I'll think of which one later. For now, let's keep going. 67. Too short of nice, but still good. 724, yes, we will collect money here. And Arnheim, do you need the Messenger's Lodge House? I feel like we don't. We'll keep it for now, and ooh, we should build the Slave Gate. You know what, we'll probably have enough money from building, or from attacking the Forces of Chaos up north, so we'll do that afterwards. Anyway, let's continue. What do we have to build here at the Twisted Towers? Probably want to build the Sorceress's Abode. Can't reach it for now. And we want to just keep growing the place. Let's just keep growing the place as fast as possible. And we probably can't collect income there, can we? Plus 19 down to plus 9. Not enough. Skeggy. 662, oh, that's swell. It's only temporary because Malekith is there, but for now. And what about here? 600? That's not horrible. It'll at least normalize. Alright, fine. We'll collect from the Shardlands. We need all the money to fund our war against Ulthuan. And at the end of the day, if we have extra If we have extra slaves left over, we'll just use the slave diktat to get the bonus control, and that's how we'll pull it off. Also, I renamed all the tech thieves to R&D, as somebody suggested in the comments, which I really liked. So that's their name now. Anyway, time to attack. You, Crone Hellebron, are going to level up for the attack, and then we'll get into it. You are missing Whips and Chains and Flavor of the Blood Queen. Casualties captured post-battle faction-wide. Okay, we'll do that first, then we'll go Favor of the Blood Queen, probably right after we level up. Then we have Toxic Venom for Hellebron, which is nice. It actually, funnily enough, makes her a better infantry blender than she was before, which would mean that she'd be possibly better on the Blood Cauldron, but since we have so many of them, we'll keep her on the Manticore. And once again, holy creature and all that. Anyway, you... Ooh, you can complete Dripping Blades, but we'll do you last, I think, after these two, because they don't have the levels that you do, and they don't have replenished troops to the same degree. We are nearly there, so I guess we gotta go for Blessed Murder. And then on to Kane's Mysteries and Live to Slaughter Another Day. I haven't decided which of these we want to go for. The weapon strength benefits everybody, but the 9 melee defense would be swell. I mean, the funny thing is, the Sisters of Slaughter don't really need the melee defense, and the Witch Elves really do. So I'm not sure which is the better pick. I'll think about it. And then Death Hag, you are going to go for Dripping Blades. Beautiful. Alright, lastly, Talaris, the legend himself, the Herald of Cain. I'd write Herald of Cain there, but it won't fit. Let's get you, I guess, absolute precision. Just get him as much melee attack and stuff as we can. And also, I'm going to treat the legendary heroes like legendary, well, like the legends they are, and we're going to give them, like, strong items as well. Ooh, scouting. Yes. Definitely get scouting. And we'll get Flock of Doom and Pan's Impenetrable Pelt because we spam those pretty much constantly. Probably should start moving through this, but we won't have Bloodrack Medusa in Malice's army because he's a Cav Lord, so it's not super important right now. Oh wait, this is Hellebron's army. Yeah, but she won't have those in her army either. Yeah, I gotta remember that we can get bonuses to Harpies through Daughters of Cain, which means we'll want to get like 2 to 4 sorceresses in the Harpy army, which we'll do later. But for now, let's attack. Malice, you are the one who's besieging, so you are the one who will strike. I don't think we're gonna bother with Druki first strike here, because I'd like Malice to be able to probably sack the place. Out of 5k, you are at tier 2, so you'll be brought down to tier 1 regardless, so we should. Alrighty, we should sack it is what I'm getting at. Standard of Hag Grief, we'll give this to... Honestly, it should be probably put on the Dread Knights once they're in his army, but for now, let's give it to one of these guys. Alright, here we go. Alrighty, well apparently Malice is not going to make a speech as yet, but oh well. I always feel like he should have like a shield or something in his other hand, but I guess he just likes punching people with his gauntlet rather than anything else. Considering he has a one-handed sword, whereas these guys have a shield together with a frickin' halberd, it feels like Malice could maybe be using his other hand. But then again, when he's in Zarkan form, he can probably hit harder with his hand than he can with a sword. Other than the warp sword, I suppose. Anyway, obviously Malice and his retainers are going to lead the charge, which is why we brought so many heroes for Malice's army in particular. And they're going to start working away at that gate. Though that gate looks really ramshackle, and it feels like Zarkan could probably stave the whole thing in with a one hand, or one blow, I suppose. We got Marauders and we got Chaos Warriors up on top of the walls, but their towers aren't going to be of very much use as they go down surprisingly quickly to the Reaper Bolt Throwers. Generally speaking, I am not super fond of the Reaper Bolt Thrower or the Eagle Claw Bolt Thrower as artillery pieces. I just don't have that oomph that you're perhaps looking for from an artillery piece, but it looks like they are fairly good at knocking down towers with their single shots, if nothing else. They may be no Dreadquake mortars, but, well, Let's say we're gonna try to get some Dreadquake mortars in a few of our armies if we can ally with the war host of Jar and any of the other Chaos Dwarf factions. I do have to wonder, do the Chaos Dwarf factions, like, do they still have access to the Tower of Jar when it's only AIs playing them? I.e., will 100 turns of a campaign eventually lead to all of the Chaos Dwarf factions confederated under one banner? As in, even when there is no player to be doing that? I'd love to see, but anyway, we're going to see a little bit later. In the meantime, we have a battle to fight. I don't think it's going to be a difficult one, especially now that all the towers are down and the enemy has to contend with our range superiority. I don't think that they have much of a prayer. Plus, we have 2 heroes that could probably clear out this entire blob of enemies themselves. Granted, it would take them time, but, well, how would they bring down Malice and how would they bring down Helebron is the real question. Speaking of, where do we stand here? Ah, there we go. Helebron is on the field as well now, and she's going to fly over that wall, and she's going to assassinate some jerks. Or I should say murder some jerks, for it is in the name of Cain after all. Ooh, I like this little ruined Chaos Keep in the background. Lovely. A lovely little Chaos Keep, and the ruined Chaos Keeps can still have plenty of Chaos Warriors inside them. Chaos territories just tend to have that destroyed look about them, even if they're very much occupied. Kind of like this one. It has holes in the battlements. The Krenels aren't all there, etc., etc. The Merlins aren't all there, rather. I guess there are really big Krenels, you could say. Anyway, let's see. We got some Chaos Warriors running around. Ooh, they have the purple, and those purple capes. I actually really like the look of the regular Chaos Warriors with this color scheme, the Druchii color scheme, I should say. If we were to get Chaos Warriors in one of our own, armies, this is probably what they'd look like. Cloth simulation does leave something to be desired, though. You know, some Forsaken there. I should stop looking at the regular units. To be fair, the faction's going to be destroyed after this, and who knows how long it'll be before we fight another Chaos faction. At least 15 turns, I would imagine. Though I guess it depends on whether we start working on Albion or not. I still expect that we will land there, as Rakarth's former start on the map. And we should still be able to make use of it. And I have to wonder whether we can build something other than the Ogham stones there, as in whether we have another potential buildable landmark. Anyway, Helebron's going to start working on that tower. And, oh, right, yes, I will. I'll take a look at the buildable tower mod. Once again, we haven't seen these a lot, but I need to look into it with regards to compatibility and how often it's updated and whatnot, because I don't want to get screwed over. As we do have the DLC probably upcoming fairly soon. I haven't checked the CA announcements recently. But we do have a DLC upcoming, the Tzeentch and Cathay one, and I'm particularly excited because obviously I'll be running my own Cathay campaign with the new stuff. Alrighty, well anyway, the arrow fire, the coral fire over the walls is making reasonably quick work of those Chaos Warriors. The walls have been breached by our artillery as well, and soon we will be getting plenty of units. And here we have the executioners and those blood cauldrons in the back. Everybody's getting ready to move in. You gotta love the sight of the blood cauldrons in the background, just like towering over the army with those massive statues of Cain. Anyway, in the meantime, Helebron has destroyed the enemy tower and will be looking to go after the enemy Chaos Sorcerer Lord. He is fairly well defended, as there's a lot of units around here. Another Chaos Lord and several Exalted Heroes as well, but I'm not sure that Helebron cares all that much. In the meantime, Malice is moving into the city by himself first, just as he's going to take the charge from the enemies, and then as soon as he's done, as soon as we've cast our spells, namely the Flock of Doom and the Discount Pit of Shades, we'll move everybody else in. Ooh, nice bite from Spite. Oh damn, I forgot to compare whether Spite is actually, the model for Spite is actually smaller than the other cold ones. because the books kept mentioning that every chance that they got. Yes, Spite is smaller and smarter, but is he smaller in this in the Total Warhammer? Anyway, there's that Discount Pit of Shades, comes in a little bit too late as the Executioners move in and get a little bit clipped by it, but obviously not a huge deal. Malice is not yet transformed into Zarkan, but has used the Blood Price and his other ability to at least debuff the enemy, and the Executioners are in. Granted, we probably could have just ended the battle with the use of our range units, but what would be the fun in that? Executioners want to play against some Chaos Warriors, and I think the Executioners in particular would really appreciate Chaos Warriors as somebody who can challenge them a little bit. The whole point of the Executioners, or their whole idea, is that they want to kill enemies with a single strike with their weapon, their Drake. I don't know if it's pronounced Drake or Drake. Maybe it's Drake because it's Drew key, so CH seems to be pronounced like a K for these guys. But anyway, let's go Drake for now. They want to be able to kill them with their Drakes. It just makes me think of Drakes like Dragon Drakes. So the Chaos Warriors with all that armor may be difficult to split in half with a single blow, which is why I think the Executioners would enjoy them. And I believe Talaris Dreadbringer, the legendary hero that we have in Morathi's army as the captain of the Executioners, he wields the first Drake and the first of these Executioner weapons. Anyway, working through those enemies, and it looks fairly good. We're going to lead the charge with Malice, or continue, I should say, leading the charge with Malice, or I should say with Zarkan, as he has now transformed. He has not gotten hurt at all, and he really doesn't care about any of this, because nobody here can hurt him. In the meantime, while all this is happening, Hellebron quickly killed off one of the enemy Exalted Heroes and the enemy Sorcerer Lord, and they barely harmed her at all. She is very tired. We do need to get her perfect vigor, but she will acquire that naturally, eventually, anyway. Otherwise, it's just a matter of trying to break through the battle lines. Here we got a, is that a Warshrine of Tzeentch? No, it's just a regular Chaos Warshrine. I thought that this was some sort of, like, horror type of unit sitting up there, but no, just a regular Chaos Warshrine. Well, it'll be nothing soon enough as it gets brought down by range fire, and then all of these heroes and the Sisters of Slaughter and the Witch Elves and the Executioners. Can't leave those guys out. I do really enjoy watching watching Hellebron's army fight. We're obviously going to be seeing plenty more of this as we go. Especially once we get them, or get the army its regiments of renown and have some proper fights. Let's face it, after Hellebron cleared the first of the enemies out earlier, the first of the Chaos Forces out, she hasn't had anything that's really challenged her army. But not to worry, she'll either be landing in Ulthuan or landing at Albion, or somewhere where there will be challenging forces. Anyway, it looks like the enemies flee before us, the Chaos Warshrine just barely managing to survive. But it looks like it matters not, and the battle is over. Only one unit of Secret Chariots left, and they're slowly melting away due to demonic instability. Still, we got some lovely cinematic shots in this particular battle. The lighting is not as good as it was when the game was upscaled to 4K and then downscaled back to 2K. I really liked the way that the lighting looks. Well, because, you know, upscaling to 4K with DSR and then downscaling, it's essentially like providing a, it's like doing sampling without doing sampling, although you're also doing sampling at the same time. So it smooths everything out and makes everything look a lot nicer. If I could just figure out how to fix the cursor thing, I think we'll be sitting pretty, because I think it does make the battles, at the very least, look a lot better. Something to do with the transform and what it's doing, because it's essentially, it thinks that the cursor is still moving on a canvas that's of the 2K size rather than the 4K size. But anyway, I digress. I'll figure it out, hopefully, over time. That is the last Secret Chariot. It finally goes down under the weight of 3 of those Blood Cauldrons, and the 4, I believe, Masters that we have here. Well, 2 here, 3, and then there's the 4th, and then Hellebron flying overhead. There we go, decisive victory, and that is the last we'll be seeing of the Decadent Host. Alrighty, not too bad at all. We took very minimal damage slash losses for our trouble. Hellebron killed the enemy lord, then killed one of the enemy heroes, then came back for more. She just doesn't care. And Malice is pretty much the same way. Even without anything crazy in terms of his items, he's just very, very difficult to bring down. We're gonna sack the place because it is our best option. Frankly, we need the slaves right now. And there we go. Enemy killed in battle, enemy killed in battle, high elf slave, and nothing else. We will also take the settlement. Okay, I was just wondering whether we could send Sharky to do it, but alas, we cannot, but that's fine. Malice, you're gonna go here. You are going to occupy the settlement. Then, hey, Decadent Host destroy. There we go. Sorry, Siggy. You did this to yourself. We are going to put Hellebron in the settlement while Malice stands outside it. We'll send Malice to Infernius, but since Hellebron's army is complete, she doesn't need to wander around in the wastes anymore, and we're going to send her down to... Well, I was going to say Ulthuan, but we may have her stop at Albion and take that over to set up the new base, although it depends on how well our situation with these guys goes. Also, we got a decent amount of cash out of that, so Arnheim, we're definitely going to build up your wall right there. I'm tempted to max speed it, but I think we're okay. What have we got in terms of level ups here? We should probably build the Dark Hold here and here at the Bleak Hold Fortress and the Forest of Arnheim, and we still have a little bit of money remaining. Alrighty, well, we should make use of it. I was once again going to build the Regiments of Renown for Hellebron, but clearly it ain't needed right now. We might also... It might be beneficial to trade the Bilious Cliffs to this little Chaos faction. I'll think about it. I guess it really depends on whether they end up fighting Norsco or not, because I'd pick Throg over the Legion of Chaos, especially because we want mammoths for Rakarth's army, not just Hydras, especially Warshrine mammoths. At the same time, we basically have to make a choice between these guys and between Archaon, because they are fighting each other, which is kind of an issue. But generally speaking, Warriors of Chaos make terrible allies because they don't get a lot of good units that you can build from them, so yeah. Anyway, repair and build a gem mine here immediately. Do we want to build up the fights to the death? The Chaos Corruption is going to take some time to come down. We should also probably upgrade you too. We could probably max it out within the next couple of turns, although plus 38 in 2 turns will also be very, very high, so we might not even need that. You know what? Yeah. Well, let's go for the slave drive instead. We did sack it for the cost, and the provincial instability is going to take 7 turns to go down as well, but as long as we're not collecting income here, we should be okay. Anyway, let's see what else we can build. The Cold Myers, Folly of Malefics. Yeah, let's build you up because we want to get that medicinal plant building up and running, and I guess we'll build the Fetid Catacombs as well. Just build up everything here, really. Spine of Sotek. Ah, yes, the Thrice Cursed Peak. I was trying to make a decision as to what to build. They're probably going to have to be either the Shrine of Cain, which will give us capacity, but only 1 Witch Elf, or maybe... You know what? In terms of this probably having to defend against lizards or something, we're probably better off building the Shade building because it gives you 2 shades as a garrison. It's obviously a much stronger garrison than a single unit of Witch Elves. As lovely as the Witch Elves are, and as good as damage dealing as they are, they're not going to be very useful in the garrisons. Let's face it, we need somebody who can hold the line and allow our towers to do damage, not somebody who is a glass cannon. So I've decided we're gonna go for the Den of Outlaws. Alrighty, and then we'll probably do something similar in the Mine of the Bearded Skulls, although there we'll build the Temple of Cain, because at the higher level I believe it'll give us an Executioner as a unit that is a garrison unit. Anyway, Scarpel's Lair, we'll build the Exotic Animal Market there, and that's all the money. Fantastic. Alrighty, so now let's just check Diplo. I don't know if anything interesting has happened. Oh, we have Clan Pestilence. It might be nice to go for non-aggression pact with them. You know what, I'm gonna keep it just a trade agreement for now, because if they... The problem with Clan Pestilence and the Skaven in general is Skaven plagues are just horrific, and I really don't want to deal with them. It might be better to ally with Clan Scryer and kill off Pestilence if they remain weak. We shall see. Although attacking them immediately would cause problems with the Awakened, so I'd rather not do that. I see that Throggy wants to go for a military access pact. Let's do that. I'll be able to give us some money as well, and he's fighting some strong factions. Yeah, so we probably should send somebody here to take out Wulfric's territories and then give them to Throg, so that hopefully Throg can hold back the Order Tide. I also have to wonder how Vlad is doing down there, but we'll see later. Anyway, building upgrades available we are done with, or at least, I guess we just got a little bit more money, but we're not going to spend it. Garrison Lore not moved, hero not moved, that's all fine. Let's end the turn and see what exactly these guys do. I am tremendously curious. Although, wait, one other thing. We have a few lords that we're going to want to delete. In fact, you, Akhenet, your strategist, yeah. I want to do this. Let's say, give you an evil choir master, and take away the evil choir master. Oh, damn, that got it up to 2? There we go. Down to 1. There, down to 0, okay. I just want her to rebel. I want to kill off these useless lords as fast as possible because they're, well, they're not helping us. We can also do the same thing, let's say, outside of Port Reavers, so let's summon another lord. Wait, did we already summon a lord here? You have insufficient funds. Shouldn't we have some free lords? The sword was recently replaced. You have already recruited a lord from here. Oh, well, that's not great. Can we do so here? No. What about Arnheim? There's another one that we could do here, then? Yes. Alrighty, Vienna. I don't remember whether we summoned you or not. Sereth. Yeah, I know Sereth is at 0. Alright, let's summon Sereth, then. Especially since we can recruit lords at higher level than we have these, so there's no real reason to keep them around. And you can lose your evil choir master because you will be dead next turn. Alrighty, fantastic. Now we can end the turn. Alright, I probably should have kept the camera at Avalorn. Tyrion is going to declare war on us. Ah, yeah, damn, I should have thought of that. And probably joined the war against him, although now he was only fighting the Dreadfleet. Oh, no wonder he's strong. If he's only fighting the Dreadfleet and nobody else, Nakari did not do his job and died far too easily. I certainly think that for certain campaigns, like if you're playing the Dark Elves, the Elves are generally, they seem stronger than they would otherwise be. And, Loyal again, Harrison. Oh, did I... what? Oh, that's you. Okay, no, that's a different one. Loyalty, critical, recruiter, Ravaris. No. How the heck did you lose? You were at 10. I don't understand why Ravaris is losing... Okay, well, we're gonna have to deal with that, because losing our Black Guard would be just stupid. Remnants of Battle... I wonder if we could send you there, or send the Black Ark there. Lord Defected Sereth, yes. Well, we're gonna kill you in a second. With you, like so. Unresolved. And are you gonna run? Yeah, you're gonna run. Man, that's a little bit irritating, because I was hoping to go here and then back there. We might not be able to do it in one turn. Also, is Tyrion moving towards us? I can't see him out here. Okay, we're gonna need to send heroes out there to keep an eye on what's going on. We should also probably ally with the Dreadfleet. The Dreadfleet makes for a pretty good ally. Alright, you're gonna go through here, and you're gonna land out here. Go find Tyrion for us, and I think we should have other heroes. Movar, you're going to, I believe... Actually, wait, Bane is staying here, right? Bane is cruel. Yeah, Movar, move out there because you're going to join an army. Bane, you're going to just stay here and keep an eye on the humans for us. Alright. Now. Oh, wait, Rakarth. Rakarth should be back. Yes, Rakarth. Recruit Lord... No, one turn. I got excited for nothing. Alrighty, Harrison, you're going to move out here, and we're going to swap units between you and Morancy. Yep. Why are you gaining loyalty? Would you please defect and die so we don't have to deal with you? Damn. The ones you don't want defecting are defecting, and the ones you do want defecting are... No, we get more loyalty. Maybe it's because they know they'll die. Alrighty, so what we want to do here is probably to take the Saber Tusks. I don't really care for the Explosive Squig, to be perfectly honest. Do we need Harpies? I guess we could take another Harpy. I guess trade the Black Ark Corsairs. Okay, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we can get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess we could take 2 Black Ark Corsairs. The Black Ark Corsairs are here only temporarily, mind you. Or we don't maybe need all those harpies. Let's do that. Alright, go take those units, please. And then Rakarth will have a full stack for us. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll take the Black Ark Corsairs for now. You know what? No, we'll get rid of the Black Ark Corsairs. We're going to put Rakarth's Ravagers in there anyway. As in the Scourge Runner Chariots. And we'll take the Harpies. Like so. Rakarth's not really going to have a Harpy army, but for now it only makes sense for him to have more beastie stuff. Alrighty, that looks good. And Moranci, you're going to start proceeding southward. This is a very bizarre army for now, until we get some big monsters in there, but it should be good enough at least to raid and annoy smaller enemy armies. Sorry, Rakarth. You'll have to bide your time. Harrison, we're going to delete you. You are decent, so we may actually keep you around, but for now, we need to get rid of all of this because it's costing us unnecessary cash that we don't want to waste right now. We can always rebuild it if it's needed. I think. Yeah. Master of cruelty. You're at -4. Ooh, if we take all of this away, you're going to, well, take Ocean of Foolhardiness. Oh, she's only level 2. Honestly, if she rebels, it also doesn't matter. Just take everything then. Except the Factor. We'll need to give the Factor to somebody. Wait, are we able to delete you at this rank? Oh, we are. Okay, you know what? Let's actually give you back the Factor and then just delete you, because you can hold the Factor and still get benefits from it while you are deleted, even if you are at only rank 2. Probably should have just kept the Evil Choirmaster there then, because we have so many of them we don't really need to. Damn them. I was hoping that the loyalty would go back up, but oh well, not a big deal, just delete. Alright, and... What? Wait. Huh. Okay, that's interesting. I didn't know that could happen. That was a waste of a Factor. Damn. She defected upon being deleted or disbanded. I did not know that was a mechanic at all. Okay, well that's interesting, but I guess Moranci will kill her and gain some of her own loyalty back, so that's not the worst thing in the world. Alrighty, Malekith, if you sail out, you're going to lose your... You're going to lose your replenishment, or are you? You can go to the Moon Shard. Okay, so that's fine. You're going to go to the Moon Shard. Furion, you're probably going to follow Malekith to give him the rest of the stuff, and then you're going to transfer units from Recruiter Asperon. Morathi, you're going to go to Skeggy. And actually, Recruiter Asperon can give you most of the stuff. I mean, it doesn't have to be right now, because we do need more Doomfire Warlocks, but if Tyrion comes by, we do want Morathi to be ready. Alright, so fine. Morathi, go here. Furion, you're going to go out to sea, and you're going to trade Malekith's stuff. Just temporarily again, because he will have his Black Guard soon. I'm excited about getting all the new armies up and running. You can have these, Malekith, and then Furion. You can proceed to the Grey Rock Point. What's the likelihood that these guys declare war on you and attack you? Well, it's possible, but they're not actually close enough to actually take advantage, so you're fine. Recruiter Asperon, you can in fact reach Morathi from here, so you can give her all the shades and make space for the rest of the stuff. Might as well do it. No, ow. Why does it always try to do that? Yeah, go out to sea like so. Alright, then we're going to give all the Shades with dual weapons and the Doomfire Warlocks. We're going to take away the Dark Shards because they're not necessary here, and neither are the Dark Riders with repeater crossbows, and neither are any of these guys. That puts us up to 20 out of 20. We need one space for the... we need one space for the Regiment of Renown of Doomfire Warlocks and another Doomfire Warlock, as well as... Okay, you know what? I guess we're going to have to take out the Bleak Swords. We're still going to have the Ice Blades in this army because we kind of have to because they're Morathi's Ice Blades, but yeah. Also the regular Shades, they're technically not needed in here, but we can just delete them once we're replacing them. I'm keeping the Witch Elves for now because if we can get an alliance with the Slaneshi faction, we can replace them with Demonettes. We're just sort of using them as placeholders for the Demonettes, even though they're not super necessary in this army, to be perfectly frank. You should also land, because at least this way you are not going to get killed next turn. I don't know whether you would, but I'd rather not risk it. Yeah, you might as well build the Ice Blades as well, immediately. They're not that expensive after all. And let's see, 55, 65, not horrible, not horrible. It's just that they won't have stock. I do wish that they did have stock to mix together with the shades and stuff, but oh well. Anyway, with that, I think this is probably a pretty good place to call it. I don't see any other battles that are going to be happening right now, and ooh, this actually worked out. Okay, so they're sieging the Twisted Glade, and are you kidding me? A third army? Wow, okay. Well, the war has begun in earnest, let's say. You're gonna go around like this, and you're gonna go to Slaver's Point. We are going to have to waste a decent amount of money, and, well, actually more slaves, to build up these two. But at least this way, these will be minor settlements and much, much more difficult for the enemy to take. 2.8k and 2.8k, yeah, basically a turn's worth of, ooh, another 1,500 slaves for that. It hurts, it really, really does hurt, but I don't see what we can do. We can also cancel you to get the money back, because you don't need to recruit anymore, as they will be sieging. I also think that they'll probably attack us with 3 armies next turn, but let's not risk it and still build the defenses here. We'll keep them up while we fight Ulthuan, and then once we've done fighting Ulthuan, we'll bring him down. We're really gonna need Malekith to sack the heck out of Ulthuan to get our slaves back up into a good order. Anyway, as I said, I'm gonna call it here next time. Malekith approaches. He will, well, probably in a few turns be able to get his Naggarond, or his Black Guard, from a Recruiter Ravaris, probably with a couple of other units as well, though it's still going to be a while until we can get the Black Dragons. Since the war has begun in earnest, we're also going to start recruiting Malice's army, also with Recruiter Ravaris, and Hellebron's going to head southward, while Morathi watches out for Tyrion, who she's hopefully going to meet in the water somewhere, because we don't have Ulthuan undefended on her, and we could certainly use it to buff up those shades further. So, anyway, stay tuned for more Malekith. Don't forget to leave a like and comment. All glory to the algorithm. And thanks for watching.